Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the CFC Blues podcast. As usual, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host. It's Mr. Yusuf Batouche. How are you doing today, Yusuf?
I'm doing good, mate. Had a good day today. Obviously, long day at school, but is what it is. We're here for the review now, so let's do it.
Yeah. Absolutely buzzing after Sunday. Obviously, we did our first watch along, which I think went pretty well, don't you?
Yeah, very well. Yeah, but just the game was kind of boring, but it's alright
Yeah,
though.
games we could have chosen
Mm.
of all the games. Well, thank you for all of the support since then. We've gained a few subscribers, and overall, the channel is looking good. The only thing that hasn't been as great recently is the view count, but I'm sure that will come eventually. Obviously, everyone that's watching every episode and everyone that's been in the comments every episode, thank you again. It's been a great month or two since we've started the channel. I think, was it January? So it's almost been 3 months.
Yeah,
So
I think after the Leicester game,
yeah,
started
yeah. But our first episode was a Leicester review. So I mean, and we're still here going strong. So we've got a few comments already from 3 absolute regulars on the channel. Bref and John, greetings to you good people. Trust that you are well. How you doing, Breffin? Let us know. Let us know what you thought of the game overall. Obviously, we did a massive watch along for it. This is our review of the game. So yeah, Anthony Metzer. Hello, good evening, lads. I mean, Anthony, hope you're doing well, mate. And are you still looking for a Prem team, or have you already chose one? Let us know. The biggest regular on the show, been on it a few times. It's the Football Talk. Hope you're doing well, mate. We're doing an episode with the Football Talk tomorrow, which is going to be our top 5 favourite football kits of all time. Since there's not any football on, we thought we'd get some content out for you guys anyway. And then the 1892 Reds podcast. Chelsea not beating Manchester City, I'm afraid. Well, football has produced a bundle of shocks since it began. So, I mean, I wouldn't say us beating Man City. I wouldn't say us losing to Man City is a shock because they're the better team, of course. But anything could happen. We're looking strong, but it's probably going to be our first loss under Thomas Tuchel. Yusuf, first things first. How are you, mate?
Doing pretty well. Obviously, I'm a bit bored because there's no club football. But I mean, the international break, like it's not that bad. Just that it's kind of like some games are just pointless. To be fair, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think of the international break and international football. Also, Yusuf, I know I haven't told you this yet. I thought I'd tell you in the stream, but tomorrow you will be hosting the episode.
Honored, mate. Absolutely
So
first hope.
You'll be going through each comment. You'll be doing all of that. So everything goes well because again we got to take turns doing these things. We've got to take turns. So today I haven't got snacks. No Pringle talk today. So yeah, right. Just before we get into things, still looking for a teammate from Anthony Metzer. It's right here, mate. You don't have to look any further. This, I mean, we're the best club in England, mate. Okay, Yusuf just went there. I'm gonna carry on. There has been a comment from Zayn, one of our friends, which hasn't come up here. It is very gutted. This fixture couldn't have been a final. If the final would have been a huge game. I was hoping for Leicester. I would have taken Man United over Manchester City. Anthony Metzer, George, why are you always downplaying your Chelsea? That's what you once said when you were playing against Liverpool, then Atletico, now against City.
I mean, he's got a point, to be fair.
He has.
He's got a point.
Has. But Man City are the best team in the world right now. I'm not afraid to say it. So, football talk, international breaks can be good. It just depends on many factors. Well, all of the factors have to align for it to be good, because normally it's pretty boring. I mean, yes, it's good. England win most of the time, but obviously you want to see more fascinating games. You want to watch games that are going to be good. It's just one of them things. Brethren John talking to the 1893 Reds podcast and Football Talk. Lee Judges back in the comments. This mystery. I know it's not the Lee Judges, but I think Chelsea might win it. You never know with football. Lee Judges would never say that. Ever. He would never ever say that. Zane saying international break is the dumbest thing to
Exactly.
do, given what it is, yes.
Yep.
But at least
with COVID as well.
Yeah, at least it's not an international friendly break. It's World Cup qualified.
Kind of qualified, so more point to do it.
Break was just ridiculous. Right, Yusuf. Obviously we did a massive watch along for this game that we're going to be reviewing. I would like to ask you, what was your overall thoughts on the game?
First off, we weren't that good. We obviously got the first goal, which is an own goal off Norwood. Second half, we improved it just like a bit, but I think Sheffield United actually they had really good chances to equalise. I think McGoldrick he basically missed an open goal with his head. I don't know how he missed this to this day. And I mean, apart from exactly. After that, it got boring. The game got boring, and then obviously Ziyech scored with a counter attack. So that's pretty much the game.
Yeah, definitely. For me, like you said, the game was pretty slow. Props to Sheffield United. They really gave us a fight. They really did. And they probably should have won the game. They were very unlucky. Very, very unlucky in the game. But I think you can see that they're playing better. I think they're playing better football than when Wilder was there. Maybe not from last season, but
I mean, they lost 5-0.
That is true.
When they sat Wilder, they lost 5-0.
But that was their first game. That was their first game under the interim manager, who's probably still trying to install the tactics into the players. But I mean, there's an excuse for everything, as people say.
Yeah, I mean, it's too late now. It's too late now. They should have waited for next season. And
I think they're relegated. There's no chance.
Yeah, I know they're relegated, but there's no point stuck in him now because they might as well waited for the next season to start in the Championship and then just regroup and stuff.
Yeah. Lee, Zane saying yes, Lee. Zane, it's not actually Lee Judges, mate. Unfortunately, it's not. Some conversation going in the comments between Football Talk and Brethren, dreading about the international football because, as an LFC fan, it hasn't favoured our players well. Injuries plus players catching COVID. Also, it can be fatal for any team in UCL. Yes, it can. I mean, Brethren's got it spot on there, don't you think?
Yeah, spot on. Brethren John, as always.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, who knows what's around the corner for any team if you think about it that way. Another absolute poem from Brethren. Love it from you. Sheffield United played well, and well, they had nothing to lose. And wow, they had many chances but couldn't bury them. Unlucky.
Exactly, yeah.
Hope Chelsea don't play like that versus City. Think Sheffield United should play you. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they couldn't even play Ampadu against us. That would have been quite...
Yeah, they couldn't, because he's on loan.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just one of them things, really. Just posting something for the old Instagram page. If you don't follow us, make sure you go and follow us on there. So, one thing I would like to mention, Yusuf, is Hakim Ziyech. That's 2-2 for him.
It is,
Do you
yeah.
think this form will continue?
Yeah. If you play the same that we're playing now, same type of football, then it should be fine. Because I know talks before they're going to leave at the end of the season as well, but I think that's died down now. Obviously, because the team playing very well. I will probably want him to stay because I think he's a quality player, and also if Haaland, so I think in the transfer window, if you buy Haaland, I think Ziyech will obviously he's a more playmaker on it, so he can just hoof balls up to Haaland and then just smack him in the goal. But that's if you sign Haaland. So and if City don't buy him, so yeah, I'll keep Ziyech.
Yeah. I actually, well, obviously we all call him the Wizard.
Mm.
Everyone calls him the Wizard over here at Chelsea. I just think maybe he could have contributed more. He has had a few injuries, but I think in the games he's played so far, I do feel like he could have contributed a lot more. Obviously,
Yeah,
there's a massive difference between the Dutch league and the Premier League, but we know he's a class player and we know his abilities. Football Talk saying, yeah, it wasn't the best performance. We just got fairly lucky. Sometimes you need a bit of luck in football. It's one of them things. Sometimes you need that bit of luck to take you through. Football Talk, Brethren, Anthony, Zane, Lee, get your player ratings in. 10 being the best, 1 being they didn't show up, and 6 being the average. You don't have to do it for every player. You can do it for a few, and only the starting 11, none of the subs. So unfortunately, you can't. Actually, yeah, we'll do the subs today because I feel like the subs were, well, obviously Hakim Ziyech was a super sub today. But before we do that, Yusuf, you've got a
yep.
nickname on this channel as the Shampoo Man and the Stat Man because you've always got the stats for us. Have you
Yep.
got the stats for us tonight?
I do. It's I shared the screen if you want to put it
Oh,
up.
yes, I see it. Just before we do, Brethren has got something to say. Also, it was lovely to see once again Billy Gilmore, though still maintain that Chelsea sells him and inserts a buyback clause if he succeeds, and then it's a win for you, and if he fails, still a win. Brethren's got a very passionate feeling about selling Billy Gilmore and inserting a buyback clause. I mean,
I will keep him. I won't sell him at all.
Brethren, talk to us more. Like, tell us more about your passion for Billy Gilmore. Do you think he's a world class? Do you think he'll become a world class midfielder, or do you think something else? To be honest, I didn't get a chance to watch most of the game, so I'm gonna sit out on the predictions. Oh no! I feel like Claude. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish.
Absolute rubbish. Wake up and smell the coffee. That's the best part of the call. Yeah.
We were 3-0 down.
We are free now. Top son.
This is ridiculous from you, Football Talk. You were meant to be the regular, always in the comments, always with your predictions, but it's an understandable reason. But get your from the bits that you saw. I mean, tell us what you thought of the game. It's obviously what we want. Yusuf?
Yep. 1 second. Just typing something up. Okay. Right. Stats. Here we go.
Wait.
What?
Before we do the stats, I want you to read this out.
Oh, we want maths. No. We are a football channel. There are no maths involved.
Suprit Rajgaria. Is that how you say it? Suprit Rajgaria.
Oh, yeah.
Mate.
How you doing, mate?
How you doing, mate? It's been a while since you've been in the comments. I hope you're doing well. And then a bold statement. Chelsea will beat City 2-1. I hope we beat City 10-0, but it won't happen. Right.
10-0.
Brethren, I'll read your comment on Billy Gilmore in a minute after our Shampoo Man gives us the stats. Right. Let's see the stats.
Here we go. So possession, we got 60% to Sheffield United's 37%. Shots, 7 shots to us and 7 shots to them, so it's even. shots on targets, presently, they had more, and so they got 4 and we got 3 corners. They got 4, so 2 corners and fouls. 14 fouls to our 8. Pretty much we dominate the game, but obviously I think Sheffield United they had most of the better chances to be perfectly honest because Bobodrick he missed that sitter, and I thought, and I think we scored that. The game might have done, maybe might have been a different story because, like as Bethran said before in the comment, they had nothing to lose, so so they might as well go for it. Yeah,
yeah, indeed. I mean, the possession kind of told the story. The shot
yeah,
definitely did. They had probably the best chances in the game, but obviously that's not how football's played. Football is played on, I guess, overall. Well, football's played on how many goals you score in a game. If you have 5 shots and score 5 goals, the other team has 11 shots and only scores 4 goals. I mean, you still win 5-4 and you get the 3 points. So,
yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm smart. I know all the bait comments and stuff. I'm not Robbie from AFTV. He's like, oh, hello. Robbie gets bait so easy. That's so sad.
He
But
does.
anyway,
Right, thank you for that, Yusuf. Brethren John about Billy Gilmore. I love Billy Gilmore. How I wish he would be playing more. After what I saw last season when he played against us in FA Cup, he was majestic, and that's how he should develop. Feel he won't get more chances.
yeah,
It's a tough one. It is a tough one. Obviously, I don't know how Tuchel feels about Billy Gilmore, but I know that my dad really, really likes Billy Gilmore. But overall, I think Gilmore's a good player. And yeah, he does deserve more game time, as you say, a lot of the time, Brethren. So yeah,
yeah,
and like you said, Yusuf, he played that one off pretty well. So
yeah.
he's done well.
I know all the little tricks and stuff. Anyway, what's that?
Brethren
Send to West
saying
Ham.
sell him to West Ham or a mid-table team.
I
You know
wouldn't
what you
sell
should
him. I will learn him
do?
out. I will learn him out. I wouldn't sell him because
Well,
he's a quality
what
player.
Brethren saying is to sell him, but have a buyback clause. So if he's a success, we can buy him back. But if he's not, we don't buy him back, and
Yeah,
we still
but
make
why risk it
money.
though? Just learn him out. I wouldn't risk it because, like, say if you want to buy like a better player, then obviously like Roman has a lot of funds, but like you never know. Like with COVID and everything, we should probably just save one player, and for me that's Haaland because we need like a striker that can score with. Because Werner isn't doing the best that he can at the moment. But,
Yeah, sure. Oh, football talk, you're an absolute ledge, mate. I was joking when I said that. You didn't have to give us your predictions. But Lee Judges has got his player predictions in. I wonder who Lee Judges is. Obviously, I know it's not the Lee Judges. Yusuf seems to have a smirk on his face. Do you know who Lee Judges is?
No, mate, it's a legend in the comments.
Well, Lee says Kepa 6, Christensen 7, Zuma 7, Emerson 6, Hudson 6.5. Why am I saying 1.5? I'd never do that. 6.5, Gilmore 7, Chilwell 7, Mount 7, Pulisic 8, Giroud 6.5. Man of the match was Pulisic for me. Fair enough. Brethren, man of the match, Chilwell, I'm giving him an 8. Emerson, Zuma, Christensen, all 7. Kovacic 8, Billy 7.5, Callum 6, Giroud 6, Pulisic 6, Mount 8. Football talk, Kepa 7, Zuma 7, Christensen 7, Emerson 6, Hudson Odoi 6.5, Gilmore 7, Kovacic 7, Chilwell 6.5, Mount 6, Pulisic 7, Giroud 6, and then Brethren saying Kepa 7. So, I didn't even notice that. That's from the little bits of the match I did see, but I could be way off. I mean, to be fair, it's looking quite realistic in terms of what the other people have. But Louis Gilbert, a new person that I've never seen before. How are you doing, mate? Great to see you in the chat. Make sure you subscribe and share with your friends. To be honest, the next Chelsea match against West Brom is going to be interesting. Well, I mean, considering what happened last time we played West Brom, I
Yeah,
think
3-0 down.
we
Oh, yeah.
we owe them an absolute thumping. But knowing Chelsea, it's not going to be a thumping. So, Sutbrit asks, who will win the Golden Boots? I'm going to guess that's Premier League.
Yeah.
Premier League.
Premier League give a Kane over Kane or Salah.
Who's
Me.
top at the moment?
I think it's Salah still. Wait, one sec.
Have a look for us. Yusuf is the man with all the stats, and also the shampoo man. If you're new like Louis is, look at previous episodes. There's a reason we call Yusuf the shampoo man. Basically,
Yeah, no, sorry, it's Kane. It's Kane.
It's Kane, okay. But the context is that everyone just annoys Yusuf asking what shampoo he uses, you know? So it's just been an ongoing joke for a few episodes now. Louis, again, it's a home match, so it should be a win. I mean, every game should be a win. Even if we were away like we were before, it should have been a win. Anthony Metzer, Chilwell 8, Emerson 7, Zuma 7, Christensen 7, Kovacic 8, Billy 7.5, Callum 6, Giroud 6, Pulisic 6, Mount 8. You've sent it twice. Well, I'm not going to read it out twice. And you've missed Kepa. So I'm going to assume you don't think Kepa to turn up. Louis, good, thanks. That's great to hear, mate. Absolutely great to hear. Again, make sure you subscribe and share with friends. Kane and Salah tied at 17. So there you go, Yusuf. Statman has been outstatted by Sutbrit. Might have to get Sutbrit in for the stats now. You're slacking, Yusuf.
Not shocking.
Brethren, definitely not Salah. Maybe Kane, as Salah spent about 5 games without a goal at 17. Yes, Salah and Kane both have 17. Thank you very much, brethren. But if even if Salah's gone 5 games without a goal at 17, then surely he still, like, those 5 games aren't going to affect the rest of the season. Surely he'll still be hungry for the goals, as obviously we know Mohamed Salah is. Yeah. Right. Well, I'm going to scroll back up a little bit, and I want to look at this. Brethren John's player ratings, and I've got mine written on my phone, which I did just before we started, and there's only 2 different ratings on this. I gave Pulisic a 7, and I gave Giroud a 6.5, and the rest are the same. So, brethren, I thank you for making my job a lot easier, and not having to say everything out. So if you just look at that and the Keppel one, which we'll just leave there for a minute, I mean, it makes my job a lot easier. Yusuf, I'd love to hear your player ratings, and then we'll go through some of the rest of the comments.
I'll comment it down. One second. I'll put it in the chat.
Yes, do that. Right. Well, whilst I go through the comments, put it in the chat, and we'll I'll copy and paste it into the comments, and we'll get them up so we can have a chat. Louis Gilbert, thoughts on Kane's performances this season? I mean, Spurs as a whole haven't been the force we've known them to be in recent years. Obviously, they're still a banter club. I mean, making merchandise about reaching the Carabao Cup final is a bit embarrassing.
Yeah,
making a DVD about losing a final is a bit embarrassing. Making a book about it's Spurs all over are just a bit of a banter club. I mean, it's Kane and Son this season have been probably the best duo we've seen in a while in the Premier League. I mean, obviously, it is what it is, really. Subrich nailed it on the head. Spurs need a coach like Bielsa. I mean, yes and no. Bielsa's doing okay at Leeds, but they've conceded the most goals in the league, I think.
They're good attacking for
I mean,
football.
they're good attacking, but very weak defensively.
No,
But yeah, overall,
I think West
Kane,
Brom they conceded more goals this season. West Brom. I
yeah,
think Leeds are like
wrong
I
with
don't even know what Leeds are.
Leeds have conceded a lot, but overall, Kane's been all right this season. Obviously,
Yeah,
he needs to.
doing
If he
decent.
wants, he's 27. If he wants to win something, he needs to leave Spurs. City are going to be looking for a striker. He will fit into City's system. Son, he's also 28. He needs.
I think so, yeah.
Son is a world-class player. If he wants to win something, then he needs to go somewhere else because he's not going to win anything at Spurs. You watch, they're going to win the Carabao Cup now, and I'm going to look like a right idiot. So, Fernandez is on 16 minus the 15 that were penalties. Question for Breffren from Anthony saying, do you think Salah should have been miles ahead by now, but not scoring 5 games? Perhaps Kane for sure will win it. But like I said, just those 5 games are in the past now. Salah's going to be thinking, right, I need to get back on track. And the Liverpool they're in a bit of better form. So, I mean, random question: who do you think is better, Prime Hazard or Prime Salah? Well, as a Chelsea fan,
Hazard.
I'm obviously going to say Prime
Hazard.
Hazard.
Being biased, Hazard.
Yeah, I'm
biased
because Hazard. Well, Hazard. Hazard's just for me a better player. A good question.
I mean, they're both good, but I will take Hazard than Salah than Prime Salah.
Do you think Mourinho has lost his touch now, despite you being rivals with Spurs? I mean, lots of Chelsea fans dislike Jose Mourinho now. I don't. He won 3 Premier League titles with us. Like that. How do you go from loving the man, calling him the special one, to then saying, "Oh, we hate him. We don't want him here anymore." I don't think he's good enough anymore. Of course, he's not good enough anymore. He's getting on. His tactics are quite outdated now. And it's obvious with how Spurs have performed. They lost 3-0 to a team in what people are calling a Farmers League, but it's worse than a Farmers League. It's like I nearly swore there. It's like a bloody, I don't know. What's worse than a Farmers League? A peasant league, I don't know. No disrespect to Dynamo Zagreb. They did what they had to do and won 3-0. So, right, Yusuf got his prediction. He's got his ratings in. Yusuf, would you like to talk us through them?
Kepa 6.5. I think it was average. Didn't have a lot to make yesterday. Sunday. Sorry. Zuma and Christensen and Emerson. They were both centre backs. Sorry, they were 3 of the centre backs. Sorry, messed up my words. And 7 for Zuma, 6.5 for Emerson, and for Christensen 6.5 as well. Hudson-Odoi 6.5, Gilmore 7, Chilwell 7. Obviously Chilwell shot. It was an own goal from Norwood, but obviously he shot it. And Pulisic 8. For me, he was man of the match, same as league judges. So 8th Pulisic, Giroud 6.5. I think Giroud he wasn't that good in the game, but obviously you can have like those off games, but and he got subbed off as well for. I think it was Havertz for, and man of the match Pulisic for me.
Yeah, definitely. Anthony Metz saying, please, Yusuf, you don't have the right to say Hazard after that EPL legend list you drafted last time that was full of Chelsea players.
Oh yeah, Robin. Yeah, I put Robin in it.
Robin. Oh dear. Yes, Robin was good, but your all-time Premier League 11 had Iron Robin.
Yeah, no, it's a joke. I put everyone in. Oh.
You put Ronaldo. You didn't even talk about Hazard or Ronaldo. Oh, you didn't. Oh, Yusuf. Why didn't I have a go at you when that came? But yeah, good point, Anthony. They both have great traits and talents, so I guess it's down to preference. Yeah, definitely. Lee Judges, Lee's been here this whole time. I still want to know who he is. I take Prime Hazard. He's done it in the Prem for a long time. Well, Salah's been in the Prem for like 4 years. They're both good players, so yeah, I agree. Labour League says Suprit. Yeah. Thoughts on George Luis Philo injury? He means Jorginho. Louis, you don't have to whole name. You can just call him Jorginho. He pulled his knee. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's off. Finch duty with Italy. He's injured. He's not playing.
But this is the good thing about squad depth, because we've got Kante, Mount, Kovacic, Gilmour, who can all play in that.
Gilmour as well, yeah.
Yeah. They can all play in that position.
Yeah. He'll be back. I think he'll be back anyway, because I think it's for 2 weeks to break. The break's for 2 weeks, I think. So I think he'll be back by then, hopefully.
Yeah. Salah with his goal scoring and Hazard with his dribbling and playmaking. If they used the fusion dance and fused into one being, they would be an unbelievable football player. Obviously, that's a Dragon Ball reference to anyone that didn't know. They could use Batara earrings as well. Who knows? Speaking about Farmers League, I can safely say that the Bundesliga is also a Farmers League, and of course, League One. Bayern and PSG that were having their terrible seasons this season are now what?
Oh, he put it for comment on.
Oh,
he continued.
No wonder I now need to be a fanatic of the EPL league. That's where you only get competition, but that's what's worrying is that if it wasn't for LFC, then City could have dominated the league for 4 years. Man United dominated the league for 12 to 13 years. So, I mean, it's been done before. And looking at it now, unless teams like United, Chelsea, Liverpool, and unless Spurs, Arsenal sort their crap out.
I swear again.
Yeah, I'm going a bit here, but yeah, unless Arsenal and Spurs don't sort their crap out, then I can see City dominating for years. Who knows? What are your opinions on Loftus-Cheek? I can't see how he would fit into the squad, sadly.
Yeah, I wouldn't see him.
It's his injury. He's been terrible.
No, that injury, I think it was a friendly it was a friendly.
Yeah,
and he got injured for that. It was some dumb friendly he got injured in.
Yeah,
and I look at him
in America 2 weeks before the
Premier League started, I think.
No, 2 weeks before the Europa League final.
He's flipping.
Was probably in our top 3 players of the season under Maurizio Sarri. He was phenomenal that season. And ever since, he hasn't been as good. And even for Fulham, he hasn't been that good. But I think he'll do well if he goes back to Crystal Palace. Also got the DBZ reference. Love it from you. Bayern and PSG are having their most terrible seasons, but now are first in their leagues. Yeah. Bundesliga and League One are Farmers League. Obviously, everyone in England will say that the Premier League is the best league in the world. I know a choice select of people that say that La Liga is the best league in the world. Let us know in the comments. Like, obviously, people. I know you guys are going to go crazy. What? They can't say that. I want to know what you think of that. So, lash out on these. We'll call them La Liga fanatics. For you. Right, Yusuf?
Mm-hmm.
One more question before we head off. Do you think Chelsea are going to win the FA Cup?
We can. It's possible. as soon as possible. But City in the semi-final will be very hard. Because City in their form, crazy, it's mad form. I mean, like City, they can always be beaten on their day because obviously United beat them 2-0 at home as well, which is really impressive from them. So there's always a chance of City. Obviously, last season Arsenal beat them in the semi-final, and then we beat United as well in the semi-final, and then we lost against Arsenal. The referee was the 12th man anyway. But we've got a chance, but it's gonna be hard. So let's hopefully we can do it. I don't see it's Porto as well in the Champions League. There's that'll be easier though. It'll be easier. But. And then after that, it's either Real Madrid or Liverpool. So that'll be even harder.
Louis, I'm not falling for it, mate. There's nothing on me at all, mate. Yusuf would have told me, stop making me look at my shoulders. It's not. I'm not having it. MLS. Wait, hang on. No. MLS. Hang on a minute.
What are you doing?
Now I'm feeling things around my neck area.
Mate, Louis trolling you, mate. Don't listen to Louis.
I know he's done me in it. Suprit saying I'm not from England though. I'm from India. Well, when I say people from England, I mean general Premier League fans. Will say it. Now my neck itches.
Hey, you're right, mate.
Louis sorted me out. Like, he's absolutely done me in. It was a make or break season for Loftus Cheek, who was crying of more game time. He's been awful and shocking. Thing is that he has been reduced even at Fulham. Yeah, La Liga 5 or 6 years ago was the best league. I'd say 5 or 6 years ago, or when was it? We were Premier League champions 5 or 6 years ago.
No. I think it was 7 years ago. Because in 2014. No, sorry. I mean, 2015. No, what? No, sorry. I don't know what I'm on about.
Who knows?
No
one you should know about. And I love this.
Look,
you've done it again.
Yeah, I'm not going to swear.
Yeah, I'm not going to swear either.
All right.
Right. Well, Yusuf, since you are going to be hosting tomorrow's episode, I would like you to begin an outro for us.
All right. Thanks everyone for commenting and tuning in, sharing with people, friends, family, carers, dogs, cats, anything. So we're getting back tomorrow for the what's it again? The shirt, the top 5 kits thing. I don't know, or best kits, and we'll see you tomorrow.